This is my 2013 INFINITI G37x sedan, and this is going to be a review of my car and a good video for anybody who's looking into getting one of these themselves to just see what it's about and how it is to own one of these vehicles. So the cost to get into one of these cars, it depends obviously on just the condition of the car and mileage, of course. I got this car back in October of 2023 with 76,000 miles. I had 3 owners at the time. I'm the 4th owner. And I got it for $15,500. It's got 0 accidents and it came to me pretty clean, and the exterior and interior conditions are very well upkept, no damage to either really. I'll begin with the front of the car here to show you all the features there are. So here, if you look at my headlights, I have these black housing. From factory they don't come like that, they have more of a chrome finish on the interior or on the inside of the headlight. And then the grill here from factory comes all chrome, matching the emblem that you can see there. And of course I just have this kind of fake carbon fiber one. And then if you look down here, you can see the fog lights, of course. And if you look closely, you can see a insert for a tow hook if you feel the need to add one of those yourselves. Of course you get this big hood here. And this is the overall kind of like dimension of the front of the car here. The engine sits behind the front axles for the most part, so that definitely helps with the handling and traction of the car a little bit. And if we're at the side of the vehicle here, you can probably already see that I have some different wheels on my car. These came off of a 370Z, the 40th year anniversary, I do believe. And so those are pretty cool. These the dimension for these are up front, they are 19 by 9s, and here in the rear, these are 19 by 10s. So if I give you a view of the rear of the car here, you can really see the width of the wheels and tires on this. Now here in the rear, of course, there is this little chrome rear lip on the trunk lid, which has a backup camera and a button that you can press to pop the trunk. Of course, you got the badging and emblems here stating what kind of car you're in. And of course, here's the tail lights, which are pretty interesting because you've got this portion here, the main portion of it, fixed to the actual side of the car. And then you have kind of the reverse backup light portion of it that is attached to the trunk lid. So when you pop the trunk, that reverse light does pop up with it. And of course, you got the rear bumper, nothing too special there. And then to kind of show it off here a little bit, they're kind of dirty now, but this is the exhaust tips of my axle back exhaust. As for the exterior, that's really about it. Everything that you can see here describes the exterior of this car, and the condition of mine currently is very well maintained and nothing major has happened to it as of now. Sorry for it not being super clean right now, but this is the inside and interior of my car. As you can kind of make out by now, I have the gray with the tan seats for my interior, probably the less preferred out of like the black one, but I don't care too much about it. I just care about the car as a whole. And if I want something with a nicer interior, I probably was got a BMW, which I didn't. So as you can see here, here's a nice look at the door. It's got this kind of aluminum trim that goes all the way around the interior of the car there, and it matches the center console very nicely, and the buttons there and the clock. So here's an overall look of the inside. And the 2 front passenger and driver's seat have the INFINITI badge kind of stitched into it, just like so. Here's a nice up close look at that. So there's a look of the interior as a whole. And now for the rear of the cabin here, here's a good overall look of the car. Here's the seats. And in the rear, for climate control, you don't really get any control buttons, but you do get these 2 vents out the center there. And of course, the 2 floor mats. And there's plenty of room for anybody. I've had multiple people that can fit in here just fine, no problems. And so nothing special back here. Once again, the doors have the same little trim going around it, same color scheme and everything matches. So that's the inside the car. And last of all, here is the engine bay and what you can expect to look in here. So they should come with this engine cover on the top of the motor here, and you'll see this emblem is gone. That's the case for probably about 99% of Infiniti G37s. For some reason, just the glue or the adhesive for that from factory just kind of melts off and gets warm. So if that's missing, that's to be expected. But of course, up here, brake fluid. Down here, you got the windshield washer fluid. And up there is your battery. And then of course, I have some aftermarket intakes here that come down to the front of the grill. I don't know if you can see them in there, but they're in there. But this is what a clean or well-kept engine bay should look like if you're looking into one of these vehicles. And here's the underside of the hood. Insulation looks fine. It's, you know, got a little bit of wear, but it's also a 12-year-old car. So that is everything with my Infiniti G37. If you have any comments or questions about this car, what it's like to own or things to expect, leave them down below. And I hope you all enjoy this video and get yourself an Infiniti, because it's truly a underappreciated car, because it crosses all the wants and needs for a vehicle, for performance, luxury, and just reliability and everyday use. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all later.